Hey guys, Ray, Spray Wash. I am up here on the rooftop area. Wanted to show y'all what was going on with the swing stage up here on the top of this building, so you can get an idea of what's going on. I know a lot of y'all saw the video earlier today of the swing stage. Let me swap camera around. So there's the stage down there. There's my guys hanging out. You can see we've got all that done. It's looking good. It's looking shiny. All right, so here's what's holding up that swing stage. Those cables go to that iron beam. I call it a gantry. I think that's just a couple of different names for it. There's two of these. So I can't even read these comments. It's just so wrong. Let me give you a good all-over picture of that. So here's this one gantry. On here, these are 50-pound plates. 5, 5, 6, 6. So that's 300, 300, 250, 250. So 600, 1,100 pounds per stage on there as a counterbalance. This thing's a good 20 foot long on there. These are mobile, although not that easily mobile. You wheel these jacks up, put the wheels on the ground. We've gotten to where we typically will take about half the weights off to help us move them around some. Each one of these gantries has got to be anchored down to a separate point. They cannot be brought to the same point. We put concrete out here for, or plywood out here for a couple of reasons. One, I don't want this digging into the roof and causing a problem. Second off, when we start rolling it, we try to roll it on the plywood. It just moves a lot easier. Okay, I've got these window cleaner tiebacks here. We have our safety ropes. These safety ropes, each one has to be tied to its own separate point here. The guys are wearing safety harnesses and proper equipment on the stage. So tied there. This one is tied to this tie-off point here. And then we've got this gantry at its own independent tie-off point right here. So these are a certain, I think it's 24 foot apart, it's 24 or 22 foot swing stage. We measure it out each time. We're just finishing up this side of the building. So what, shit, sorry, wasp. It's kind of pissed off that I took its home. Next move will actually be flipping this around over to this side of the building over here and spinning everything around. Yeah, Jacob, you could do this. We might want to beef up the counterweight a little bit, but you could handle this. So this is what the top side of the swing stage looks like, and it's actually a little well, I don't want to say sketchy because professionals came in here and set this up, but this is what the top side looks like. You know, I tell my guys that, you know, on these tiebacks that we have going to these points, this really isn't to save them, because if this comes into play, you're having an extremely bad day already. This is really meant to just keep the gantry from falling over on top of your head. So I don't know if I did training on stuff like this, I will be the first guy to tell you I am not qualified at all to do the training on this. You've got some algebraic equations as far as what the proper weight, the proper distance of all of these are. I would never set up a swing stage on my own. Whenever you rent one from a company, they will do the calculations. They will come in, tell you how to set up, and really you want that liability of them setting it up for you. Now, I feel comfortable to move them after it's been set up and we've gone over our safety briefings, but I would never take one of these from a pallet and set it up, because literally this whole thing, not a single piece of that is longer than, you know, one of those 8-foot beams on there. They all have to fit through doorways and up through roof hatches. So you know, there's lots of little parts on here, and whenever you wind up moving 1,100 pounds of these weights on here up and down stairs, because the elevator access doesn't come all the way up to the roof, you'll totally understand the value in hiring a company to come out and set these up for you. They also certify that the motors are in good condition. They always, you know, include new wire. With that, they don't use old rusted wire. Each time they set a stage up, they're giving me brand new wire that the motors are climbing up and on, which is a real nice safety feature there. We're using brace out of Jacksonville for this. And I want to say the cost on this is about $6,000 for a 30-day period. And that includes the setup and the breakdown on that. So, hey, there's no other way to access this property. So, you know, other than swinging in a bosun's chair, which has its own little problems trying to wash from one of those. I'm going to flip around and give y'all a view of what we're seeing here. It is a gorgeous day out here. Jeff, about $6,000 for a 30-day period. That goes down about 6 stories. I think we're a 9-story building, and then I'm really at the 10th floor up here on the roof. So there's looking over gorgeous Tallahassee, Florida. And, about get this, got this project licked here. Bringing in the big lifts this afternoon for the weekend. The rain holds off for me. And we'll be getting some of these towers over here. Here's the areas that we've already cleaned along in here. All right, so that is the upper part of the swing stage. That's what's we're putting our lives in the balance of that joker right there. And man, it's pretty up here. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous day. Anyhow, I hope you guys have an awesome day. Wash on, and we'll no, oh Doug, no, I'm supposed to, it's been picking up this afternoon. We're supposed to have a lot of rain tomorrow, I think 2 to 3 inches, so our bad weather will be coming in tomorrow. We're going to work late today. In fact, we're usually off on Fridays. At least my crews are, but they all came in and worked today because of this impending weather we're going to have. Hey, Joshua. So anyhow, just good day to be alive up here right now. Like I said, you know, on the swing stages, there's several different companies that rent them. It's not a quick process to move it. We have found that this building, so we're dropping, I guess, 8 stories back there, 7 or 8 stories. Each drop and subsequent move of the stage on here takes us about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So that's washing that building and then coming up to move the stage over, 2 hours. And face it, that's not something you really want to move. You want to go and double and triple check your safety devices, make sure everything's good. The stage itself has wheels on it, so whenever it gets on the roof, we can roll it over 25, 30 foot down low. You actually take the weight off of these gantries over here, is sitting on the ground whenever you go to move it, so you don't have that extra weight on there. Down there. Now we'll actually use a forklift. I think y'all saw the video or the posting of that last Friday. I'll use a forklift to get it off this roof and get it over here to the other side, just because I'm too damn old. I'm too damn old to sit here and take that swing stage apart and hand carry it down. So it's worth $800 for a forklift for an afternoon to do that. Anyhow, hope this helps what y'all understand what we're doing with the swing stage. Again, I'm not qualified. I see Carl chimed in. Carl's a great guy to talk to, good resource for any high building. Worked in Tallahassee, Jacksonville, and all over the Southeast. So if anybody has high building work, he's a good guy to talk to. All right, I'm out. I'm going to get down and we're going to figure out what we're going to wash next. See ya.